Hi, this is Craig from Sulcata Grove. Celeste and I are here continuing our series on some mango testing, different cultivars. And today we're going to be trying the Mallika. And there's Taffy. Hey, Taffy. Mallika is an Indian mango. Some people call it Mallika. It has to have a little special treatment, which is why it's wrapped in newspaper here. And so let's take a look here at actually how you pick and store a Mallika. So this is my Mallika tree. It's been in the ground for about 4 years now, and it has produced for the last 3 years. The previous 2 years, fruit has not been good for several possible reasons. Small trees like this, they're not really ready to produce their best fruit until the tree's a little bit older. And usually, a lot of times as the tree gets older, the fruit just keeps getting better. I've already picked a good number of fruit off of this tree this year, and you can see I've done a little bit of pruning. When you go to pick Mallikas, you don't want to let them ripen on the tree. I did that last year, and they were just so sour you could barely put them in your mouth. Mallikas have to be picked at what they call ripe green, and that's when you have a fruit, it's on the tree, it's still green, but it's got its full size. And the best way to tell that is you're looking at the shoulders of the fruit up here. This one is just about ripe. It's got a good roundness. It's kind of fat up here at the top, where if you compare it to, say, this one, you can see this one is still pretty narrow all the way through. So you want to find ones that up here at the shoulders, they've got some nice width to them. So once they get that round full, that's called ripe green, and then you want to take them inside. So let's go see what we do with a ripe mango. So you can see, if you see this Mallika here, again, it's got a nice broad shoulder up here, narrow down here. So this was picked ripe green. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these and wrap them up in some newspaper. Traditionally, I'm told in India, they don't use newspaper, they use camel dung. And they'll bury them in the camel dung until they're fully ripe. I'm fresh out of camel dung, so I'm going to use newspaper. And just roll it up, make a nice little package out of it. And then you want to put these in a place that's going to stay hot. It doesn't have to be heated, but you don't want it in someplace air conditioned. So we put ours out in the garage, and I'll show you where I'm going to put those. So here we are in our cluttered garage, and it is hot out here. And so I've got all this box here are all of my Mallikas that I picked today and wrapped up, and we're going to wait until they are fully yellowed and maybe a little bit wrinkly, and so that's the best time for them. So I'm guessing it's going to be about a week or two. I'll have to keep checking on them and just see when they're ready, and when they are, they're going to be delicious. So after we've had it in in our garage for about a week, 2 weeks depending on it, you can unwrap it, and you'll see it's yellowed up pretty nicely. Now some people would leave this in for even longer, and maybe even another week or two longer, let it get really fully yellow and even a little bit wrinkly, like it's drying up a little bit. That's actually supposed to be when the taste is at its absolute peak, but I'm impatient, and so we're going to go ahead and try this one.
It's such a pretty color inside.
It's got a pretty nice smell to it. And that's very good. And like I said, the longer it stays in there and the more closer it gets to being old and wrinkled, the sweeter it gets. But this has got a really nice kind of sweet tart balance now. A very good flavor. There's definitely some depth of flavor there. A little bit of orangey. What else is in there?
Yeah, it's like a citrusy mango. It's sweet, but it has tartness to it. It almost feels like it has a little fiber in it.
It's cutting like it has a little fiber in it, but if there's any fiber in there, well, yeah, there's some fiber, but it's not, or it doesn't get in the way.
More than like a lot of the mangoes I usually eat, like the lemon meringue.
But that's got a very good, spicy, citrusy flavor to it. Good balance of sweet and tart.
Well, that piece tasted more like creamsicle. It's neat how different parts of the mango will taste different.
And usually it's the difference between how close it is to the seed versus to the skin, but there's also supposedly a difference in top and bottom of the mango as far as sweetness goes. But that's good. That's got a nice flavor to it. I think, again, if you let it wait a little bit longer, it would got even sweeter and would have been even better. I had one of these earlier that almost even had a little bit of a flavor of a canistel to it, that's a good thing.
And it was more yellow than this one?
It was a little, yeah, it was a little riper than this one, I think. This is good. I would, out of 10, let me try one more time to see. I would throw the one piece at least on the ground for good luck. Eight and a half or 9.
Oh, I was thinking about a 7.
I think it's a little better
It's
than
not
that.
my favorite.
I think that's...
It's a little too citrusy for me, so maybe once we get some that are even more
Well,
ripe,
and I just ate a bad mango before this one that was really bad, which probably makes this one seem that much better. Coming behind the Tyler Premier, this is a 10. If I was having this after a coconut cream, I might change my mind.
I would say 6 or 7 after a coconut cream.
Yeah.
But it might be better when it's more yellow.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it gets sweeter the longer it sits. This is good though. This is delicious mango. And as I mentioned earlier that this is the 3rd year that I've had fruit on this tree, but it's the 1st year that it's been good. So it does require a little patience, and you do have to ripen them the right way. So yeah, overall I'd say that's a good mango. That's a keeper. I had threatened this tree to top work it, but I think I would probably keep it now. So, and it produced pretty heavy this year. So yeah, overall I'd say that's good, and I'll keep it. So thanks for watching. This has been Craig and Celeste for Sulcata Grove. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.